We are back with round 2 of Low Ink 2020 in March. Oh man, we're doing well today. Woo! Let's wake up, everyone. Everyone getting lazy here with the getting quarantined. So, hey, we're back here with March 2020 Low Ink here. We're going to start on Tower Control Walleye Warehouse. We have Absolute Zero versus Crustacean Crusaders. Crustacean Crusaders, a veteran team of Low Ink. Never able to secure a victory, but many top 3 finishes in the past. Not any as of late though. They missed a couple months of Low Ink over the last few months, and the last few I've seen, they've been in the teens where they've kind of landed up. So not necessarily at the bottom or anything like that, but just shy of that top 8 cut. So we've been missing them in our top 8 cut as of recent.
Absolutely, they are one of the more exciting teams to watch in this tournament in general. Ali is a phenomenal Tetris player. She's going to be their team's really big playmaker. The same way that a team would use a tent to really get in, Tetris can be used in a similar fashion. They really just get the rest of the front line in, and they're so fast, they're so speedy, that if a team plays fast enough behind them, a Tetris player who's really, really good can be absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, though, if you're playing Tetris, you're probably down a special, so you have to bring the aggression and the speed to make up for that.
Yeah, Splashdown, you have to use a certain way. You can't just, pop in expected to do something. A lot of cases, if you're just going to randomly pop it, you're going to get picked. Sometimes that's the best option. If you're going to go down, the way Nintendo has built it is you basically have Special Saver built into Splashdown. So it's kind of built to it. If you're going to die, you might as well pop it to save it, or basically, or maybe get lucky and get the kill. But majority of the time, you're just going to die.
This is a really interesting comp right here from Crustacean Crusaders, though. Double dualies with a junior and a charger. The roller is going to go down early, though. Oh, that's 3 down right here. There's Ali getting the quad right there, pushing up fast with her team. They're moving very, very quickly right here. This might be the big opening push for the tournament right here. Oh,
you definitely see Crustacean Crusaders doing something. I think the big key here is you take down the Tetras of Crustacean Crusaders. I think you can definitely have a good chance of coming back here. Though right now, the rest of the team is doing quite a lot of work pushing that tower without Ali in front doing damage.
Well, there's Ali right back. That's one of the big things about quick respawn is you go out, you're only out for a few seconds.
Yeah, definitely. Though, in this game, getting all those picks means that it didn't even help at all. He didn't even need the QR.
Absolutely.
So
that was a really good pick right there from Char, actually, right there.
Absolute Phoenix, or not Absolute Phoenix, excuse me, Absolute Zero coming back in here, getting back in the mid, but we do see that Ray gonna go down here. Multiple picks here by Char.
Absolutely, and that is a quad right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is a quad. They're gonna open up a massive push right here. Ali's just gonna come right back in and clean up. This double dualies comp from Crustacean Crusaders actually working out pretty well so far.
Yeah, definitely, it's definitely working together. We do see some teamwork here from both sides. In the end, though, Crustacean Crusaders is going to win that fight, especially having that paint advantage. Dualies can just kind of move around in that paint without really worries of the rest of the sponsors here. And if they have to back up, they had to back up. So we kind of saw Ali there back up until they had the advantage again.
Absolutely. Yeah, Crustacean Crusaders, really what the big difference is they're just bringing a lot of aggression and bringing a lot of paint, and I'm not really sure that Absolute Phoenix knows how to really play against it.
Did you see that armor coming out? Ali, just getting the pick here in the end, but Ali is alone and it's been called out. The roller trying to do some damage. We have a Stingray pulled out just for Ali right now, who just jumps out. The smart decision. Save that splashdown. They're at 93% of their special, which is, with splashdown. Usually just pretty quick. A few shots will get you that splashdown.
Oh, and that's a really big pick right there from Absolute Phoenix as well. This is going to really turn the whole match around right here. Though we do see that Crustacean Crusaders is really close to a Stingray, so this might be the key to stopping their push right here at the checkpoint. Ali coming in with the splashdown and forcing them out, so they didn't even need to use the Ray when the Tetris just kind of came in and did the work for them.
We do see them holding that Ray. It was waiting for that counter Ray. Counter Ray is out. Ali unable to get the pick on the Junior. Junior going to go down as well, though. So 2-2 on both sides. Oh, you see the dualies coming in. Clutch getting another double. That is a delayed wipe on the side of Absolute Zero. Crustacean Crusaders going to get that push forward.
You know, the thing is, they most likely know that Char is there on the left side, actually. With callouts, the roller's going to come looking for, and the roller does actually get a trade out of that. Ali's going to get on tower and try to get a few more points out of this, though. That is going to be the end of their push. Absolute Phoenix is going to be right back in it.
Yeah, Absolute Zero does stop them just shy of that next and final checkpoint, which is crucial. You know, right around those checkpoints is where a lot of pushes tend to die. So keeping them just short of the checkpoint is good for them if they can get past the checkpoint that they're stuck at right now. See Ali going in, getting another pick, just a 96 left of Absolute Zero. Ali and
really
the rest
good
of
teamwork right there. 3-on-1 right there in the suicide. That's going to be absolutely massive. The Squelcher's going to try to paint just a little bit to get the team back in, but it's not going to be enough. And they're going to take down the Splashdown right there, too. Just a little bit of a Hail Mary attempt right there with the Splashdown, but it's not going to come out clean. Mako's going to go down to a bomb in suicide, so that is actually going to be 1 down for Absolute Zero, but 2 down for Crustacean Crusaders. So this is going to be kind of a dead mid right here.
And both teams lost their painting weapons. So both teams dropped their Junior in that push there. So that trade really benefits Crustacean Crusaders right now, who has believed they can take those kind of trades, you know, as long as it's
Absolutely.
a trade.
Char getting a trade right there. The roller coming in right behind. Roller's going to get 2. They're 3 down. This is going to be a massive push right here if they can manage to take the top. And they do. The roller's up there.
You see the Ray, and that's the crucial thing here is that Ray getting 1. And
getting 2, and that's
yeah.
it. Ooh. A bit of a comeback right there at the very end by Absolute Zero. Got some massive picks, but, I mean, it's Walleye Warehouse, and Stingrays on Walleye Warehouse and Tower Control are, you know.
Yeah. Definitely quite strong. It's definitely a really good option stopping now. We definitely see Ali shutting down the other team, but we do see the roller of Absolute Zero doing some damage as well. Both of those weapons are about kills, and they both were showing it there, especially the roller at the end. Ali came out swinging, but the roller in the end here kind of tried to bring it back in combination with their team, but just a little bit too late here. And we'll be moving on to our next map. Our next map for this set will be Rainmaker Anchovy Games. So another Rainmaker set here. Who doesn't love Rainmaker, am I right?
I mean, a lot of people don't like Rainmaker. To be
Alright, let me put it this way. In my opinion, it is the most exciting to watch. It is definitely the most exciting to watch.
It is definitely an exciting mode to watch. Not so much to play. If you're a competitive player, a lot of people kind of feel like the results are very random. Not often, oftentimes the best team doesn't win. You know, stuff like that. But frankly, if you're just a spectator watching the game, that actually adds a lot to the excitement. You see a lot of underdog wins in Rainmaker, especially on smaller, more two-sided maps like Anchovy, for instance, where just one big push wins the game.
Yeah, it's definitely, and there's a good couple choke points, but if you take control of that choke point, you know that, and if you can take control of the enemy plat, very easy to get a very big push, because the next choke point is basically at the pedestal.
Absolutely. So if you try to stop it a little bit before that pedestal, frankly, you're up against the wall. You're not going to do so well against a team that can just pop specials and take advantage of being underneath those ledges right there.
And having the height advantage, because you'll have the height advantage shooting down from the plat into kind of where that the pillow is, you know, that little court area. Shooting down from plat is an advantage in itself. So
yeah, Splatoon is a very interesting game in that, unlike a lot of shooters where somebody shooting from above has the advantage, Splatoon is a case where usually people shooting from below are the ones with the advantage right there. So if you get too close to a ledge, in competitive play, and there's anyone remotely near you, you're probably dead.
Yeah, only when you're that close, though. When normal, though, having shooting from a higher area is going to be better, but when you're that close to the ledge, you're right. Splatoon is one of the interesting since you can't look down all the way.
Absolutely.
Can't look all the way up, can't look all the way down.
Can't even shoot all the way down.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna see a charger come out from Absolute Zero here. Actually. Oh no, that's actually Crustacean Crusaders. We're gonna see no backline from Absolute Zero. One go down on Absolute Zero early on, but one goes down on Crustacean Crusaders as well. Ali's going to try to take control of their street right here, but the blaster is gonna deny them. That's gonna leave a 3v2 situation for Absolute Zero. The bubbles coming out. This early push might be pretty big. They're gonna just start trying to clear their the street out right there, laying the torpedoes, but they're all alone. The push is a little bit dead. There was a massive right flank right there from Crustacean Crusaders to slow them down and stop the push from happening.
Yeah, definitely. We see what Absolute Zero is trying to do here is just kind of match the aggression of Crustacean Crusaders, but they're having to bring their entire team to it. Which luckily in Rainmaker, that's okay, because it's Rainmaker, it kind of is built to be an aggressive mode. You can kind of run that way and work very well. It's one of the few modes that you can really run no backline and be pretty successful.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a really risky Rainmaker pickup right there, and you see right there exactly why the charger was just staring him right down. That's going to be 3 down on the side of Absolute Zero, and that's going to let Crustacean Crusaders start to get a push off. They have control of their street, of their plat right there. If they can just start denying those ledges up top left, this is going to be a massive push, almost all the way to the pedal street.
And this is kind of what we talked about. Once you kind of get control of that plot, for the most part, you're pretty free. Luckily here, the blaster just able to shoot from the wall, take down the Rainmaker, but the push is, oh, never mind. As I say that, the Rainmaker goes down, the push will be, oh, maybe not over. Still more.
It's over.
Now it's over. Finally, all members of Crustacean Crusaders did go down there. You see just the sniper kind of hanging back. Oh, very good flick though.
Nice flick. The instant pop bubbles, they're forced to vacate. Oh, and Ali just goes right through them. And gets 2. This push is definitely not over.
We see just the blaster who is getting flanked and doesn't maybe know it yet. Oh, Ali gets taken down this time.
That's a pretty big trade, though. All the way to 14. They're going to get the pop here, possibly. Yeah, and they can get a few more points out of that, maybe.
They went backwards with it, and we see the rest of the team jumping in. We see Absolute Zero pushing up, and because of that, those jump-ins, they were behind some of the members. They get picked from behind.
Absolutely.
Taking down another one, just the slosher out of spawn, and that will be a KO for Crustacean Crusaders. Taking it a 2-0 lead in this set, a guaranteed victory. But as we said before, Game 3 still very crucial. It's not over quite yet.
Absolutely, you need to win your sets completely. If you want to place top 8 and you want to place well and get a really good seed in the top 8, you need to win every single match. And so every match counts, even if you're down 0-2 in a set. If you win a match, if you win the 3rd match in the set, that can still put you at an upper hand over other teams if you manage to make it to the top 8 and fight your way in top bracket.
It's very crucial here. We definitely saw in that beginning, Absolute Zero kind of had an advantage there. You know, they just didn't necessarily, I believe, take full advantage of the aggression they had. And the few times they were starting to, they kind of got punished for it, you know, through flanks or whatnot. So, like, just the idea was there, and I think the idea could or definitely work against that comp. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, Crustacean Crusaders defended against it very well and ended up just getting proper jump-ins and working together to push forward and beat Absolute Zero in the end.
Yeah, that right flank, that really stopped their whole push. They had a big push coming together at the very beginning there. And the right flank that really stopped it actually could have been prevented by just moving fast enough. You know, if you as a team move fast enough, then anyone that comes all the way around that far side of the map is going to take up too much time.
Yeah, definitely here. We see Crustacean Crusaders. They know what they want to do. Their game plan, they have it together. They're already ready to go. Absolute Zero here. Going to probably try something a little different. Splat Zone's Black Belly. Quite a unique map here. The big key is just holding that central tower. If you hold that, you can usually shoot down on both zones, control kind of that entire middle area. You can set up a backline there and just absolutely zone out the other team.
Though,
before.
if you are a backliner on this map, it's actually very difficult to hold that central tower because, frankly, all it takes is someone to toss a bomb and you have no charge, no paint. You just have to vacate and get back on and restart.
Yep.
So
And it's crucial to have that teammate there to work with you, to be able to defend who's, whatever way they're coming from. If they're coming from mid, you gotta have that teammate there to defend you.
Absolutely.
While you also take your shots. That's the crucial thing, is having that teammate to support that backline. That backline up there can do tons of damage, but as you say, they're very vulnerable up there. So it's something that you have to watch here. You do see a backline again from Absolute Zero. Maybe going to try to take advantage of that. We do see a no-scoped version, a lot more mobile here. And as you kind of mentioned, if they're getting attacked, they can keep that charge while they're getting attacked.
Absolute. Ali here on the far right, trying to get a trade on the Dynamo, but the Dynamo's going to take it and take the zone, take their zone. They might get control overall. This Booyah is going to come out. They are 2 down, but they still have a chance to take the zone here, and they do. The Baller's in a really bad situation.
Ooh, this Dynamo is now pretty vulnerable if he can... Oh, gets the pick, though, so that will... That'll make it a little bit easier. Ali, though, going to take down a couple, but goes down themselves. We see Crustacean Crusaders in a vulnerable position right now. The Rapid just kind of pushed off alone on the right, though there isn't really any way right now to be punished from Absolute Zero. Just can't really get there just quite yet.
Well, you see what the Rapid's doing. Their Char is really just drawing their attention all the way to the far left so the team can push in from the right side, but unfortunately it didn't work out too well. Crustacean Crusaders is 2 down right now. Still a lot of match to go, but this Roller is going to have a massive upper hand on this ledge here. It's going to go down from the Baller. Char's going to come in and actually make a pretty big play right there. The Charger's going to start holding down the left side of the map and trying to keep the Brella at bay. But unfortunately for Crustacean Crusaders, their chance really is just going to have to fall by the wayside, and they're going to have to regroup and start over and push back in with specials.
That's a little weird to say, but I think they're actually playing a touch too aggressive here, especially kind of right into the 2 rollers. The Absolutely. 2 rollers, you play too aggressive into a roller that's just swinging, you're going to go down in a lot of cases. I think the big thing that Ali could do is try to actually use a little bit of that range and movement to make that Dynamo miss. Though if you're going to bring like 4 people to him, the Dynamo can't really do too much and had to jump out there in that case.
Yeah, and that's a massive, massive play right there on the left side. It's forcing everybody to jump out, getting a pick right there. Ali's going to start just trying to swing in around the other side. The Charger's not going to get any picks, but they're going to get zone and they're going to get control. So at the very least, they're going to do some work right here.
Yeah, definitely. And that, though, it did take them quite a while to get those zones, and they didn't really get any points off it. It's already back to neutral. So Crustacean Crusaders not really taking advantage of what they got themselves in that case. I really think Absolute Zero ended up holding the zones and holding objective better than Crustacean Crusaders did in this one so far.
Frankly, I'm just going to be honest, Crustacean Crusaders is a little bit countered right here. The other team is playing Umbrella, and they're playing sharking weapons that allow, that allow Absolute Zero to really take advantage of the sharking and it's like super, super aggressive tendencies of Crustacean Crusaders.
Yes, definitely. You can see Ali again getting pushed up here. The Dynamo doesn't go help, but the Brella does some damage, but does go down to Ali on the left side there. Ali again getting 2 down, using that range advantage as I talked about.
And 3 down. This is going to be the big play that really changes the map. They might get 4 out of this. And they do. Down. So now it's time to really push up and start, pushing them out of their spawn right here. Don't let them out. Don't let them get a push going. Don't allow them to use their specials at all. And that is going to be another 2 down. That's going to be 3 down for Absolute Zero. So things just turned around in a hurry right here. This splashdown is going to be really huge. He's going to get another pick right here. That is the thing about Tetris, is all your picks, they come all at once. You make one big play and it's over.
And we see again Crustacean Crusaders still holding this one. Ali has not been removed from the plat right now. Just absolutely key that Ali just here, just not getting moved. That's been the key. And finally Ali goes down, but this might be too late.
Yeah, but it is a really important trade. Absolute Zero actually is going to take the zones right here. So this is actually going to turn things around.
we'll see here if they can do the same thing that just happened to them. That's what they have to do, is have to be able to push for that long period of time, get pushed up. We see the Tri-Slosher goes down.
Yeah, a little bit of a solo play right there from the Tri-Slosher, trying to get a little too much, get a little too greedy. You got to play with your team and play a little bit patient. But they still have their Charger, and Allie's still up. She survived the Bomb Rush so far. The rain's coming in her way, but this is going to be a pretty sticky situation right here for Crustacean Crusaders. They're going to have to survive this.
Allie goes down, which is very crucial to this. 4 just trying to cap the zone. The Dynamo just painting over it. There's a Tri-Slosher there. Everyone trying to paint over the zone. 4 going for the other zone. Smart play here, but it's not going to pan out.
Too late.
We see Absolute Zero making it a 1-2 set, at least taking one game out. Very crucial here. Both teams were 1-1 going into this set. So now Crustacean Crusaders is going to move to 2-0. And Absolute Zero is going to move 1-1, but they ended up losing in a 2-1 fashion instead of an 0-3 fashion here.
Yeah, I'm not really sure I agree with the Charger pick right there. Just in general, with the comp that they ran on the map, they were running a much faster comp, and the Charger really couldn't keep up. And in general, the Charger also just wasn't pushing up and getting aggressive for those picks. You know, frankly, you have the ability to just delete somebody. So the way that Dynamo was pushing up on top mid right there on the tower and top mid over top, the Charger should have just saw that and thought, well, I can just, you know, this is easy fodder for me. I'm going to punish that really, really hard. Unfortunately, it really, at the very end, kind of bit Crustacean Crusaders in the butt. But they are going to come out of this with a 2-0 set win. So it's still looking good for Crustacean Crusaders.
Yeah, I mean, I will say the big key there, I think, was just the weapon changes that Absolute Zero brought against Crustacean Crusaders. You know, changing to that Dynamo, changing to those kind of sharky weapons, those more patient weapons that just wait for them to come to you, take them down, and then move up. And that's kind of what Absolute Zero ended up doing at the beginning of the game and at the end of the game to really take down Crustacean Crusaders and make that W there in that final game.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to go on just a short break again here. Just waiting on a couple more matches. We'll be right back here with some more Low Ink March 2020. Thank you all for staying tuned.